Your rights to resell products could be at stake with the Kirtsaeng versus John Wiley Supreme Court case. We've got all the details, how it could affect you, and what you can do to take a stand against this issue. All that and more coming up in this episode of MCOJ. But guys, before we go any further, please go ahead and grab that coffee cup, fill it up, bring it over, and sit on down. Take a swig for a mobile cup of Joe. Hey guys, how are you doing? I am your host, Joe Maring. Let's not waste any more time. We're going to jump into the first details of this court case and how it actually got started. So back in around 1997, Supap Kirtsaeng, I'm sorry if I mispronounce the names, I know I'm going to, but I cannot pronounce these Thailand names. But Supap Kirtsaeng moved from his hometown in Thailand to move to America to further educate himself at the University of Cornell. Now, to help pay for his education here at Cornell, Supap had his family members back in Thailand purchase textbooks that were there and then ship them to him in the United States, and then he would resell those textbooks that his family members bought in Thailand and shipped to him, and will sell them on eBay and Amazon, other sites like that, to make a profit from those and help pay for his tuition at Cornell. So Supap had been doing this, but back in 2008, John Wiley & Sons book publisher, which is most known for their For Dummies books, actually sued Kirtsaeng, and they were saying that he was in violation of copyright laws and that they were still the rightful owner of these textbooks that he had sold. Now, obviously, Supap Kirtsaeng pleaded against this and said that he had paid for this money with his own cash, because after his family members would ship him these books and after he would sell these books on these sites such as eBay or Amazon, he would take the profits he made, and the first thing he would do would be to pay back his family members in Thailand. So he was actually paying for these books, and then he was using the rest of the profits to pay for his college. But he was still technically paying out of his pocket this college student who has really no money at all. No college student has a lot of extra money to spare. He was spending his own money on these textbooks and was then giving them back to his family for using their own money to ship him these books. He was paying his own cash for these books, so he was the rightful and lawful owner of these books, but not according to John Wiley & Sons. This was pretty much just out of the blue. But like I said, obviously, Kirtsaeng pleaded against this, saying that he had used his own money to pay for these books, which he most certainly did. But the courts, for some reason, said that he was still in violation of the United States of America copyright laws, saying that because the textbooks were manufactured outside of the United States of America, he was in violation of the United States copyright laws and was therefore an unauthorized seller of these textbooks, and they awarded John Wiley & Sons $600,000 in damages for this, and that is more than 15 times the amounts of the profits that Kirtsaeng was making from the profits of these textbooks that he was selling. So now, if you're saying that while this is really unfair to this Kirtsaeng fellow, but I'm really not sure how this is going to affect me. Well, let's say that hypothetically I go out and I buy, a Nikon camera to record my Mobile Cup of Joe videos in, because I want to get a higher quality one and I want to make the videos a higher quality for my viewers. So I go out and I buy one and I use it for, let's say, 6 years, and I'm really happy with the quality of the camera. But then I decide I'm going to go pro with the channel. I'm going to make a living off of it. I want to get a professional grade camera to record these videos in. So I sell the Nikon that I had on, let's say, Amazon to earn some extra cash to purchase a professional camera. If I do not contact Nikon and get the permission to sell that camera, I could potentially face legal charges like Supap Kirtsaeng did with the textbooks that he sold. If John Wiley & Sons does win this court case, we could potentially see more court cases like Supap and the John Wiley & Sons, because there are many people that sell products on eBay and Amazon. They don't necessarily make a living off of the products they sell, but they do use the profits they make from them to help pay for their bills, pay for their rent. They use them to just help them get through the day and get through this really tough time we're having, especially in the economy the current state is in. So if people are selling their products on Amazon or eBay, other sites, and they are using these to pay for bills, they are not going to want to have to contact the companies to get the permission to sell these products. If you want to get the permission to sell a product from a company, you are more than likely going to have to send the company a letter to the United States headquarters and get the okay from them. It's going to take a long time to mail the letter. It's going to take a long time for the company to read your letter, and it's going to take a long time for the company to mail you back a letter and give you a reply. Not a lot of people are going to want to wait to get permission to sell these products, and if they do sell the products without the permission, they could face legal charges like Supop Kirtsaeng did when John Wiley and Sons sued him for the textbooks. And it is really quite scary for people that sell products on these online shopping sites. It's not as scary for people that just buy products on there, but it's still really quite terrifying when you think about it. If John Wiley and Sons does win this court case, say that I buy a pair of shoes or a shirt or whatever on Amazon. Well, what if the seller of that item or those products did not get the permission from the manufacturer to sell those? Could I also face legal charges because I purchased a product from an unauthorized seller? It's really pretty shady, and like I said, it's really very, very terrifying when you think about it, especially for these people that sell many products on eBay. I know one person that sells over 100 products on eBay right now, and has over 100 products selling usually at a time. This could be really scary for people like that because they're going to have to get permission from all of these manufacturers potentially to get the permission to sell these products. There is going to be no one that's going to want to do that, and it's going to affect us if John Wiley and Sons wins in huge ways. And this is all in violation of our American ownership rights to resell products. Now, to go into further detail of what these ownership to resell products are, here is what life would be like if we did not have any ownership rights to resell products. So 7 things that would happen if we did not have an ownership right to resell products. Number 1 would be selling a used book, iPhone, or a pair of shoes on Amazon, eBay, or at your local flea market could be illegal. Giving away a couch on Craigslist could result in prosecution for being an unauthorized distributor. Libraries would not be able to lend out books. Redbox and Blockbuster would not be able to rent out movies. Retailers that obtain their products from a source other than the original manufacturer, which most retailers do, would be engaging in illegal activity. Consumers would pay more for everyday items purchased online because with less competition, manufacturers could impose higher costs, and donating clothes to charitable organizations would be considered unauthorized distributions. So as you can see, that would be really terrifying if we did not have any ownership rights. Redbox, Blockbuster, they would have to get permission from all these movie companies to sell or rent these movies. Libraries would have to get the permission from all of these book publishers to lend out these books. It's terrifying, and it's just really scary that the court even awarded John Wiley and Sons that much money in damages, or that they even awarded them damages at all. If they had awarded them maybe closer to what Kirtsaeng had been selling the books for, I could maybe just slightly see their side of it a little bit better, but $600,000 is absolutely ridiculous, and still, Kirtsaeng had paid out of his own pocket cash for these books. If you pay money for a product, you are the rightful and the lawful owner. It's absolutely stupid and just furies me because this is just the government trying to get more control. I'm just absolutely amazed that the courts and the judges ruled in John Wiley and Sons' favor at the moment, awarded them $600,000 in damages. It is absolutely crazy. If you're as angry with this as me, there is something you can do though. People that feel strongly about the issue like I do, but more so, have actually created a website called ownershiprights.org. I've provided a link in the description below for you to check that out, and I highly suggest you do so. But they have got frequently asked questions about the case and what would happen if we did not have ownership rights. I've got many of my sources for this video from their website, but like I said, link in the description below for you to check that out because they've got really detailed stuff on there, and they even have a petition that you can sign and where you can put your first name, your last name, your email address, and your zip code, and they're going to take all the signatures they get from the petition and send them to the President of the United States himself. Now, they already sent one petition so far, and they had over 100,000 signatures with this, and that was past summer, and I believe around June. So please, I really very highly suggest that you go to ownershiprights.org, link in the description below, and sign the petition. Read more about this Kirtsaeng versus John Wiley and Sons Supreme Court case, and just tell your loved ones, your friends, or just someone you meet on the street about this court case. Not enough people know about this court case. I was informed about this case from one of my colleagues, but you really need to know about this. More people need to know about this. Like I said, I would not have known my colleague that told me about it. But it's a very, very huge thing, even if you don't sell products online, even if you buy them or you know people that do this. It's a very important thing, and more people need to know about it. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers, tell your people at school, tell people from your college, tell your bosses, tell anyone you know. Tell them to go to ownershiprights.org and sign a petition. Tell everyone know about this, tell them to sign the petition, because this is a huge thing. This is, like I said, I've said it many times, I understand that, but I cannot stress enough how scary this is that the courts even ruled that John Wiley and Sons should get this much, $600,000 in damages. It's very terrifying, and I know I've already said it, and I've already apologized for saying it, but it is truly, truly terrifying, and it's really just gives me goosebumps to talk about this, or even to think about what a world would be like if John Wiley and Sons won this court case, and if we had less ownership rights to resell products. So guys, that is actually going to be our question of the week. Comment below and let me know what you think about this Kirtsaeng versus John Wiley and Sons Supreme Court case. Do you think it is total BS like I do, as you can tell, or do you think that there is some reason to it? Please comment below, let me know. Don't be afraid to share your full opinion with us at Mobile Cup of Joe. We cannot assure you that you are not going to get trashed in the comments below, because most of the time people do that to you on YouTube. But don't be afraid, just put your comment out there. Really tell people what you think about this Kirtsaeng versus John Wiley and Sons Supreme Court case, and just comment about it. Talk about it on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Foursquare, even Instagram, whatever. Just talk about it wherever you can, and just let people know about this and answer the question of the week. But guys, that is all the time we have for this episode of Mobile Cup of Joe. If you liked the video, please go ahead and hit the like button if you liked it. It takes 1 second to do so. It really helps support the show. And if you want to show your support towards the show even more, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right there to get more Mobile Cup of Joe videos and help to further support our show. But guys, that is it for this episode of Mobile Cup of Joe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.